we're going to be checking out some Reddit stories. So what's the Reddit we're going to be reading from?
This is coming from r/relationship advice.
Advice. People want advice, man, about their relationships, man. So
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be really, pretty interesting, man. I like reading these Reddit stories.
Yeah,
I read them all the time on my phone, man. So my ex-husband always told me he didn't want kids, but got a new woman, pregnant within weeks of our split.
Dang.
He now wants me to be an auntie to their baby and let them use my house. How do I begin to process this, and what do I tell him?
My husband and I, 36 female, 38 male, recently divorced after about 2 years of marital issues. He admitted falling out of love with me. It hit me hard, primarily because I had always been the one to support and nurture him while he was often distant and uninterested. Well, dang, that would be hard in the first place.
Yeah,
if
that'd be crazy.
Disinterested, like, why are you continuing? Anyway.
Yeah.
But in any case, and despite my heartbreak, I was relieved after 2 years of troubles to be divorced. I kept the house. I had owned it anyway. Yeah. And he moved to the next town over. Okay, not much there. Moving on. Our divorce was finished just a few weeks ago. And not even a week after he left, I started hearing rumors of my ex out with a new woman. Dang, that is fast. That is real fast.
He probably was missing her before then, probably.
That's a good point.
He could be.
Or other people, too. Like, maybe he was out dating around before.
Yeah.
A lot of people I'd considered friends seemed to eat up the gossip around this and excitedly posted online about it like it meant nothing. Suffice it to say, they aren't my friends anymore. Yeah, but through them, I did end up hearing about my ex moving his new 23-year-old girlfriend. Wait. So he is 38.
Yeah, he's 38. She's 36.
Dang.
Female. His wife, ex-wife.
Yeah, but this new girl's 23.
And he like him young.
Yeah.
Like him young, man.
So he's moving his new 23-year-old girlfriend into his place. Those rumors were confirmed after his sister, who I've always gotten along with, texted me about visiting them. She noted how weird it felt to see him all over his much younger girlfriend, laughing like nothing happened.
Man.
My goodness gracious. It was also quite clear to me that my husband had almost certainly met and began something with this woman while we were still married. Yeah, that's what we just said. Like, clearly, this must have gone on before.
Yeah.
I deleted a lot of my social media accounts and tried to just ignore all the goings-on and mind my business. Which, I don't blame her on that one. Like, you're going to need some space. I didn't expect to hear from my ex for a long time at the very least, but he called a few days later sounding very excited. He hit me with the news that his girlfriend was pregnant. Dang.
Man.
This was like weeks after their divorce was finalized.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, their divorce could have been going on for a while.
Like
sometimes it carries on for months.
They could have been separated.
So there
for a while,
is that.
probably.
But still, it's moving on pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
For context, I'd wanted children with him for years, but he'd always said no. Dang. That he didn't want them and wasn't ready. I asked him over the phone what was different this time. He hesitated and said he hadn't wanted our kids to be mistreated by society for looking different. Oh, dang, there is way more to this story.
Yeah, it's a lot more. I mean, what you mean looking different? Like, is his ex-wife and him in an interracial relationship? Mm-hmm. And he got with somebody to look more like him, probably? Like. That's I'm taking it as. I could be wrong.
Crappy, though. Okay, here it is. I'm black and he's white, and his new girlfriend is also white, so that can only be a comment about race. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I mean, I have so many things I could say about that. During the call, he told me he'd really love me to be an active part of his child's life and be an auntie to them. Okay.
What?
Why?
What?
Why? You, at this point, have decided to divorce and move on with your lives. Why do you want your ex-wife to be an auntie to the kid? Why?
Okay. Why did you, like, get married to her in the first place?
Right, that's the other thing. Like, if you're saying you're afraid to have kids because you're going to look different, then why did you get with her?
Yeah.
None of this makes sense.
It just don't make sense at all.
You clearly have issues with this.
I mean...
I don't understand.
I mean, it's 2024. A lot of interracial relationship couples has been thriving, having kids. What are you so worried about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
is it going to be harder for those kids sometimes?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
It's still worth it.
I mean, especially in America, you got so many people on both sides of the political aisle that both are both in interracial relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, like,
true.
Yes.
And in this day and age, like you said, there's a heck of a lot more mixed race people out there.
Yeah.
So although it's still like different and they're minority, it'll probably should theoretically get easier.
Race is a social construct.
So I was pretty much speechless, and he continued by asking if he his girlfriend, who would love to meet me, and eventually their baby could come over to use the pool and barbecue at my house sometimes. Because it was too big for just one person. Oh my God. I was so mad, I put the phone down and ignored all his texts asking me where I'd gone. His entitlement on top of everything else was staggering to me. This is just, I can't. Yeah. So you get divorced, and it was her house, probably beforehand.
Yeah.
You get divorced. Earlier. You move out of her house. Now you want to be able to come over and use the pool. Basically.
Bruh. But
that's the only reason why.
Get your own house, bruh.
But now we have an answer to our question. That's the only reason why he's calling her saying, "Can you be an auntie?" Because he wants to use the pool.
The nerve of this guy.
I guarantee that's
the nerve.
Because it's too big for one person.
The nerve of this guy, man.
Okay, so it's been another week or so, and I haven't responded yet. I told my family and friends about it, and they were all horrified by the endless bombs my ex dropped on me.
Yeah.
His family are actually being incredibly kind and supportive of me, and also think he's lost his mind, clearly.
Yeah.
I spoke to his mother the other day, and she said her son had been relentlessly calling, trying to get his parents to come over and meet his new girlfriend.
Why you want to meet his new girlfriend so bad? I mean, I don't understand.
Well, I mean, this is his parents, so I get that.
Yeah, but
he's having a kid, but still. Yeah. Why being relentless about it?
Yeah.
And eventually attend scans with them. Oh, like the pregnancy scans.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like a bad dream, and I have no idea how to begin articulating myself. What do you guys think I should do? Continue with the silent treatment and just move on with my life? Or do I tell him where to get off?
Man, tell him go kick rocks. I mean, y'all divorced, man. It's over with. It's no reason to be with him no more.
I mean, there's
no reason to even communicate with him no more.
You don't even have kids with him.
You know what I'm saying?
So there's nothing that needs to tie you at this point.
First of all, you want to have kids. Mm-hmm. He didn't want to have kids. So now he meet a 23-year-old woman, right. And then now he's, I want to have kids now.
He clearly screwed her over. Like, whether he used her or not, I can't say for sure, but he clearly had issues with the relationship that he was never honest about. No. And now he, gets out of it and then starts, this whole new life really quickly. Yeah. And then, it's just horrible. All of it's horrible. Yeah.
And didn't it say, her parents, or, his parents were supporting her or something like that?
Yeah, she's saying that his parents and family are being really supportive of her, saying that he's kind of being crazy. They don't understand what he's doing.
I don't know, man. There got to be some deeper involved with this, man. I would like to hear his side of the story. You know what I'm saying? That is true.
That would be kind of interesting too. Is there something we're missing?
Yeah, because why would you even marry her in the first place?
Right.
If I'm sure they probably talked about kids. I'm sure they talked about kids before they even got married.
You would think if I as a woman wanted to have kids, I would be communicating that with my partner before we get married. Yeah. You would be somewhat on the same page or at least have an idea. Yeah. I would think.
Absolutely move on with your life. This sounds incredibly possessive and manipulative on his part. Yeah, I think so.
It definitely is.
And I think cements how he sees you as an accessory to his life as opposed to someone he was committed to and share a life with.
That is so true.
Stay no contact and move on. You deserve better. Exactly, man.
1,000%.
Yeah. And then OP responded back, after all that stuff prior, I'm blown away that he now wants to use the house. Right? I don't think he cares about having me as an auntie. He probably just wants to take advantage of what I got here.
That's exactly what I said. He doesn't want to be an auntie. He's using that to get to her house.
Yeah.
Oh, this is horrible. She's 23, boyfriend, who's 24, wants me to, quote, stop having my period. Can I even recover from this? Oh,
what?
My
How Lord. You going to tell her to stop having her period?
Lord. Oh, my Lord.
What?
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
What?
I don't even
know
my
God,
how
man.
to respond to this.
This boy...
What is people's problems?
When he takes some biology classes, man.
Yeah.
Bruh.
What?
Bruh. Somebody need to talk to you.
Oh, my God.
So I said, look, man, we've been dating for 2 months. Things has been going well. Yesterday, he asked me to go to the gym with him, and I declined, saying, I don't feel up for it. I started my period. He was like, wait, what? And I repeated myself. Then he goes, you don't have to do that to yourself, right?
What? Do you think, as a woman, we have a choice?
Oh, man. He said, you don't have to do that to yourself.
I don't think you don't have to have a period. Would want to do that.
Nah, man. I
wonder if he's going to go into some kind of contraception that maybe this is where he's going on.
Probably. And she responded, I was like, dude, what the F? What the F are you saying, man?
Yeah.
Bruh. Look, he goes on to explain that his ex was on a type of birth control.
I was right.
Like he said.
Okay.
Yeah. That got rid of her period and overall made their relationship more enjoyable. He asked me to consider doing the same. I told him absolutely not. I don't want to switch to birth control methods. And if he doesn't like me having periods, then he could dump me. I told him, good luck finding a girl who doesn't have a period. He said, I already had one. So he's talking about this other girl. She did have periods. She just took birth control. A different form of birth control that kept her from having periods. I'm so applaud. What the F is wrong with him? I know there are methods to stop periods, but for him to imply that I am a rarity for having them was insane. This is the first time I brought up my period to him. I'm a 23-year-old girl, OFC. I have periods. I know he wasn't making a suggestion and probably meant well, but that's a crazy thing to suspect.
It is a bit.
Yeah, it's really crazy to suspect. Like she don't have periods. I mean, I can understand he is young, but still, his prior girlfriend took birth control, so she didn't have periods. She didn't have like regular periods, like regulations.
Yes, certain birth controls can stop the regular ones.
Yeah,
but not all do that. So.
Yeah. I should get rid of my periods for his enjoyment. I am so mad at him. I don't think I can recover from this. He just showed how dumb he is. What do you all think? Can I recover from this, or should I end it while I'm ahead?
I mean, here's the thing. You've only been dating for 2 months. So if you're feeling that put off and upset about it, like I can understand moving on.
Yeah.
That being said, like sometimes when you find someone you really jive with, it's hard to just like not see where it could go.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. That's a tricky one.
So here's the update. Oh my effing God. I knew he was an idiot, but I didn't expect this to get the attention that it got. Wow. So I broke up with him last night. I just simply told him I'm not interested in being with someone who views my body this way, and that I think it's best we part ways. I wasn't super emotional invested since it had only been 2 months.
Like I said, it's only been 2 months.
Yeah. He didn't have much to say. In fact, he kind of just acted very confused, and I told him he should know what he did. I'm still down about it. Breakup sucks no matter what. If anything, I'm more upset that this is why he ended it. Thank you everyone for the support and kindness and laugh. I physically can't read all the comments, but just know you guys rock. If he couldn't understand you have periods, you don't want to take different birth control, then yeah, just move on.
I do feel like
it's only been 2 months.
Her big point here is that, like, in a sense, he was trying to like dictate what she did with her body for his enjoyment. That's I think what it comes down to. It wasn't that like, yeah, she could switch birth controls, but like you're 2 months into your relationship and you're going to suggest something like that. That's pretty brazen. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so this comment is from Yawa Wortham. 2 months? I spent more time with my trainer. Dump this weird little misogynist.
Dang, that boy misogynistic, man.
It kind of sounds like he is, yeah. And this comment is from Eleanor Rigby 513. They say, he sounds like one of those guys that thinks the female orgasm is a myth.
Probably do.
Dang.
Probably do, man. I, 34 female, walked in on my husband, 36 male, wearing a diaper and acting like a child. Oh Where do we go from here? Man. Man.
Oh, this is going to be
my man wearing a diaper, 36 years old, man.
Sounds like he may have some kind of fetish.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Maybe he like how diapers look. You know what I'm saying? Weird. Maybe he was picking out his Halloween costume. I don't know.
A few months. Baby?
I guess you could.
What if he has some crazy incontinence issues?
Shoot. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out.
Oh, no, he was acting like a child, so this is definitely part of it. My husband has been acting odd lately. I first noticed it a few months ago when we were at the grocery store. He would buy things that are geared towards children, such as stuffed animals, candies that he previously said were only for children, things like that. He goes out of his way to get kids' meals at restaurants. Okay, that's really weird.
Yeah, like he'll go to Mickey D's and buy like a...
Maybe, but it sounds like almost like, are you at a sit-down restaurant and you order a kids' meals?
Yeah.
Okay. But it wasn't every day, and it wasn't a lot. So I figured maybe he was finally giving in to what he'd always wanted as a child. He had a rough time growing up. Both of his parents were abusive and parentified him. He's currently in therapy for that.
Okay, so he's in therapy.
There's clearly some reasons that he is going back and acting as a child to me. Then he started pulling away from me at home. He would start spending time in our bedroom with the door locked, saying he was napping, but I could hear voices in there. He stopped leaving his phone out and changed the password. When I asked about it, because I had used his phone to make a call while he was driving, he couldn't give me a straight answer, and he pushed me to go places without him, leaving him alone in the house.
So you want some alone
time.
This
is some clear signs of something going on.
Yeah, see, like, look, get out of the house.
Yeah, wanting you out of the house, locking the door so you can't get in. The phone, I mean, that's a weird thing, but that's one, like, okay, fine, I understand. But the other stuff,
Yeah.
I thought he was cheating, and maybe the younger woman brought out new feelings in him, making him want to act like a kid again. So today, I went out to the gym as I normally do. But this time, I left my phone at home on purpose. I drove all the way there, hoping to make him think it was just a normal visit with the timing, and then I came back. When I walked in, the TV was on playing a kid's cartoon, and I saw my husband sitting on the floor in an adult pull-up with a pacifier in his mouth. Oh, that's different.
What?
He turned around. I don't think he had heard the door open, and he looked terrified. That's the only word I can really use for it. He looked afraid of me. He pulled his pacifier out and tried to explain, but I told him that I needed some time before he could talk, and before he said anything, I was out the door.
Can you just imagine, man, walking in on your spouse?
No, because she's expecting to walk in on him having an affair.
No, but then you seeing that.
That's
seeing like he had a pull-up on, a pamper.
Way out of left
field. Watching cartoons. Well, you know, wrong watching cartoons.
Way out of left field. Oh my gosh.
Man.
I don't even know.
I guess you can say at least it wasn't cheating.
No.
But, yeah.
No, but this is a new one.
He must have had a real bad childhood, man. You know what I'm saying?
He probably did.
He definitely having issues.
And I almost wonder if like the therapy is delving some of that up, and so now he's trying to like, in a weird way, like process and relive his childhood. Like some people kind of do that; they regress like this. Oh my gosh! I'm at my sister's house now. I told her that we'd had a fight, but not what it was about. My husband has been texting me, asking to call or come home, but I haven't responded. Update: I have texted my husband, letting him know that I am going to stay the night at my sister's house. I told him that I'm not upset with him and would like to talk about what I saw, but want to ensure I am in the right headspace to do so. We have been having a stressful time of things, and I want to make sure I am completely calm before meeting with him. I don't want to upset or hurt him further. I also reaffirm that I love him very much and that we are not getting a divorce. Sorry, those of you who are saying we should. I'm going to talk with him about everything first. That's totally understandable.
Yeah.
You're not going to just jump into a divorce.
No.
I've headed home early this morning. We've had a conversation, and yes, you guys were right. He is an age regressor and has been participating in this for a few months now. His therapist recommended it to him as a way to, quote, reclaim his childhood. It has apparently been helpful for him, especially now that we have been trying for kids. He has struggled with thoughts of turning into his parents, and this has helped him come to terms with those fears in a healthier way. He had been planning to tell me for a while, but had struggled with figuring out the right way. I did tell him about the suspected cheating, and we both had a good laugh about that. I told him that I still love him, and while this was not the ideal way for me to find out, I would be willing to participate in this activity with him if he wanted me to. He said he would be comfortable with that, and we have plans to watch one of his shows together tonight and order in food for dinner. Thank you all for your advice, except those of you who call my husband a freak. It helped me put this all into perspective.
He's having a regression. His therapist actually know about it.
Right. Actually, it sounds like the therapist recommended this as part of his therapy.
Yeah, this is something new. Mm-hmm. Like I would never respected a therapist to recommend him putting up like pull-ups and like a pacifier.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't totally expect that, but I also kind of understand. So a lot of times, like if you have that childhood trauma, like you have to be able to go back and deal with that before you can really like figure out all of your problems and get through the first.
It still seems weird to me.
It is weird.
But I mean, if it's going to help him to, you know,
I shouldn't say weird. It's not weird. It's unusual.
Yeah, it's unusual. If it's going to help him,
right,
to be normal,
to process all of it.
Yeah, to process all of this and be a better person, then I guess
it'll help him process everything he went through and then be able to move on from it. Is what it's going to help him do.
Yeah.
So, and I understand that's kind of a good supportive wife, even if you're like feel a little odd. You're you know, you're trying to help him get through this, and if it doesn't get better, then that's a different story.
Yeah.